Afternoon, you sexy mofos around the world on the land of YouTube. Today I wanted to talk about something that I haven't actually talked about in a long time, and it's an oldie created by Joss Whedon. More specifically, Buffy Season 3, Episode 9. That's right, you guessed it, The Wish. It's raining at the moment here in Melbourne, so it's a bit of a shitty day, but yeah, I'm not gonna let that stop me from enjoying the day, making a video and all that stuff, so bear with what I have to give you. I don't have any movie reviews as of yet. I plan on making one either later today or tomorrow. I have to apologize for not having one sooner. I've been a little bit busy. I just wanted to talk about this briefly. I kind of noticed that there's a few people out there that don't even know that this show exists, and if they do know that it existed, they had never seen a single episode, and so I wanted to talk about it. Me personally, it's one of the most iconic and memorable episodes that I had ever seen when I was a kid. I remember it vividly. Basically, it's the episode where Cordelia wishes that Buffy had never come to Sunnydale. And yes, I'm gonna actually say it, that one episode of The Wish is actually 10 times, if not a million times better than all of the Twilight movies put together. If you are a Joss Whedon fan, or even a Buffy fan just in general, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and you'll most likely agree with me. No offense to the Twihards out there, but seriously, Twilight is complete balls in comparison. Just to that one episode alone. It irritates me that people call Twilight, you know, like one of the best vampire movies ever made, and all this bullshit from millions of fans around the world. You know what, fans? Fuck Twilight. Seriously, that movie is like a badly wiped ass crack. That's what that movie is. That movie is just terrible. Everything about it's just bad. Bad writing. Probably the best thing about the movies are like the landscape shots. That's it. And they don't even have actors in them. They're just bad. Really bad. So anyway, for those of you who don't know what Buffy is, I'll explain, you know, just some of the characters. There's Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, obviously, played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. There is Willow, who is, I won't say anything about her in the later seasons, but she is this geeky, red-headed bookworm who is very nervous and very jittery, and just essentially a very cute type character. Later on in the series that changes a bit, but like I said, I won't go into too much detail about that. There is Xander, the comic relief of the show. He very much tries to put up a fight with every situation that he can put up a fight in. He's a bit of a weakling, but he's a strong, solid character. He's probably my favorite character out of the whole show. The show wouldn't really be the same without him. You have Cordelia in the earlier seasons. She is the bitchiest, most annoying character on the whole show. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I'll say that the bitchy group, I can't remember their names, but the blonde-haired chick who, you know, completely shuts down Cordelia by offering Cordelia to go out with Jonathan, and I think it's Jonathan. Anyway, I can't remember. I'm sorry to those huge Buffy fans out there if I'm getting things wrong here. Anthony Stewart Head, he plays Giles in the show. He is Buffy's watcher, and a watcher is someone who obviously watches over Buffy. He, you know, guides her, teaches her training, teaches her about demons and vampires and warlocks and, you know, fantasy creatures, I guess you could call them. You know, there's werewolves and all sorts of crazy shit that happens in the show, and it's just, like I said, it's a million times better than most shit that's even created today. In Season 3, they introduced Seth Green. He comes into the show. I won't say anything about his character because it gives away a bit much, but for what you should know, he's in a band. He starts going out with Willow, and his character development is hard to really touch on without giving anything away, but is an essential part of the show in Season 3 onward. Like I said, Cordelia makes a wish. What happens then is that the episode pretty much takes a dramatic turn. The whole of Sunnydale completely changes upside down. Vampires have taken over Sunnydale. Buffy is not in Sunnydale because she's been wished away from there. And the main characters in this episode are Xander, Willow, Cordelia, Giles, Oz, and a couple of others. And they have to fend for themselves in trying to survive, really. That's pretty much it. And it doesn't really sound that, oh, actually, a lot of Buffy fans are going to kill me for not mentioning this earlier. David Boreanaz, he is actually a major part in the show. He plays as Angel, who later on got his own spin-off show called Angel. He's like Buffy's love interest. He's a vampire. Just like, you know, I'm not even going to compare it to Twilight because it's it's a pretty intense relationship. They have to go through a lot of ups and downs in order to get things right, and I can't go into details there, but watch the show. You'll know what I'm talking about. If you've seen the show, good for you. Kudos to you. Winner. After realizing what major fuck-up she'd made in making this wish, she tries to get Buffy back. Tries to, you know, change things back to the way that they were. And now we have our story. The score, it makes a huge impact on the whole episode. The script writing is actually really good. Once again, the script, I can't even like begin to complain about how much better this one episode is, better than the whole series of Twilight put together. It just, yeah, and you know, even that, it's a bit of a shame to even start talking about Twilight and Buffy in the same friggin' video. Should be shot, but everything's compared to Twilight these days, and I know that everybody likes talking about Twilight and all that shit, so even though it's dead and buried now, but you know, I thought I'd just throw that out there and just piss off a bunch of people, you know. And just for those who think that I'm talking shit about Twilight for no apparent reason, I've seen Twilight. I was forced to watch it by many people, and I wish I could get that time back, and no. Just don't create any more of that shit. Just don't, please. Joss Whedon left a huge legacy behind him when he created that show. Now it's got a massive cult following. A lot of people didn't know what it was way back in the day, and they started it all the way from when I was a kid, and it went, like I said, for 7 or 8 seasons. And now when people mention it, they're like, oh yeah, that show Buffy was alright back in the day. I reckon, you know what, if you were to watch that show again, like, I probably actually will now that I've done this video, but I bet you if you could actually go out there and get yourself a copy of the show, watch it. The character development from start to finish is amazing. I don't know why, but the episode The Wish really got to me on a few levels. I can't really say much without giving it away, but it is definitely one of those episodes that stick in your head and make you remember it for every little detail that's, you know, that's in that episode. I just wanted to, like, get this video out there. I don't know why. It just kind of popped on my mind, and I just wanted to talk about it. So, yeah. Until my next video, have a mad day, and peace. You thought I forgot, didn't you? Well, I did. And I have to add a character to the series. It is the vampire named Spike. He's actually probably the biggest role of the whole show. And I can't believe I actually missed it out. So I'm adding him at the end. Feel free to put a comment below. You know, bring on the trolls. Go nuts. Yeah, I'm sure you'll want to like completely go nuts at me. So feel free. But don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it around, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time.